So I'm with Wes Allen over here from Burwood Group at Cisco Live San Diego. Wes, do you mind telling our followers what you do for Burwood?
So I'm actually a consultant on the network team for Burwood Group. Do a lot of professional services engagements, installing a lot of new Cisco hardware, Palo Alto, all sorts of different technologies in large organizations, hospitals, banks, colleges, things like that.
Very cool. For how long have you been using NetBrain?
So we've actually been using NetBrain for probably I would say 2.5, 3 years. So we use it, we have two different sides. We have a professional services side, which is where I work for, and we use it there a lot for network assessments. So we'll have, we'll come into a client, they don't really have any good Visios or any diagrams of their network, and we will use it, and it's really cut down on our time to do like a initial assessment, because we'll get into the environment, whether they have good documentation or not. We can run NetBrain and pull up all sorts of drawings and get configs and all that stuff fairly quickly. So
that's very cool. So I'm assuming a lot of your customers who call you in are very thin on their documentation. So if you go into if you are going into a customer account where documentation is almost non-existent, what would be the difference between like doing it with NetBrain and without NetBrain?
Well, I mean, NetBrain definitely cuts down on the time. I mean, it's a much more efficient process to do it with NetBrain. Before we had NetBrain, I mean, we would go in and we would basically have to get a list of all their devices, and then we would have to run a ton of show commands throughout the network and try to pull all this information. With NetBrain, I mean, we just basically go in, set up the SNMP settings, which you can do in 2 or 3 minutes, kick it off, run it, and we pull all that information automatically. So
very cool. And any other insights or observations you'd want to share with other engineers about what you saw over here at Cisco Live with NetBrain 8.0 demos and all other things that we've been showing over here?
I mean, I think the 8.0 version has introduced a lot of cool things, and I mean, I think from my perspective in the last 2 years, I think NetBrain has just continued to improve on the product, and it has become, like I said, for us in particular, Burwood, we've used it for both professional services, but also our managed services team use it for all of our managed services clients in a capacity for monitoring and things like that. So I mean, I think NetBrain has definitely continued to improve, and it's just getting better. So
awesome. Well, Wes, thank you so much for being a customer and taking the time to record this video so that we can share your story with other customers. Thank you.
Thanks.